What is poppin', y'all? We are back with another episode of the Squid Game, the Challenge Season 2 Aftermath Podcast. I am your host, DeAndre from Season 1, and this podcast is where we go through the players of the game to see what really went down and get their side of the story from all the stuff that you did not see. Now, today I got a very special guest. This brother was artisan of the game. He was, Chancellor Palpatine for a little while there. He was running things within these streets, and people was getting nervous, man. And somebody really, he might have did one thing he shouldn't have did. But we gonna get through with that, man. I'm gonna quit with the intro, man, and just get onto it. My man Isaiah, player 410, was popping.
Yo, what's good, DeAndre? Pleasure to be here, brother. Thank you for having me, man. It's
I'm
lit.
happy to have you, man. I'm happy to have you. I'm excited about this one because I got my own commentary for the show, and I'm watching things go
Man,
down, and I was like, oh,
brother,
my brother
tell you
made
what,
the cardinal mistake we can't do. He made the cardinal mistake.
I did. It's a lot to unpack behind that, man, but I did. The cardinal sin, brother. I committed it.
Hey, it's okay. We're gonna get there. I was rooting hardcore for you and Trinity and the guy that was in front of Viper in the ball line. Three something. I can't remember his name. With the dreads, the short dreads. I can't remember his name.
I have to do some mental digging on that. I'm not
Yeah,
100%
yeah.
sure. Maybe the
It's
short
all good.
dreads, that
It's
might
the
be
one who threw
Chris.
Viper the
Yeah.
ball. The one who threw Viper the ball.
Oh,
And
that's
then he fell.
Chris. Gator. Yeah, Chris is cool. Chris is cool.
Yeah. And so, beginning, I'm going to go through your player profile real quick. And so, you are a security officer. Can you explain?
Yes, sir. So I do security full time right now, but music for me is everything. So trying to gravitate into that. But security is my primary means of income. You need a door held down, you need a business locked down. I'm your guy. So 410, I'll take care of you.
Okay. My man's is on it. He's on it. Um, Indiana.
Yes, sir. Proudly. Yes, sir.
Indianapolis? Naptown?
Yeah, based out of Indianapolis, Naptown 317, stand up. Yeah, that's my city, man. There's a lot going on with Naptown, so I'm just glad to be a part of that. It's Squid Game, it's not the athletics, but just glad to be in the same circle.
Facts. Shout out Naptown. And you're a recording artist, producer, engineer, and DJ, which you kind of named
Yes,
it.
sir. Jack of all trades, all the music, everything music. That's my passion, man. So whatever you need, I can hook it up. Believe that.
So what's your artist name?
Artist name is Zeke. So my godfather used to call me Zeke, short for Isaiah. Thought that was the coolest thing ever. So I'm like, I want this to be my rap name. It's quick, it's easy, perfect. But there's a billion Zekes on Spotify, so I'm messing with the spelling. I'm like, how do I make this my own? So XEEK exclamation point. That's what I landed on. I'm the only one there. So
Make sure y'all get on everything and follow XEEK Zeke in the building, man. Because I know I am after this.
man,
All right,
love, appreciate it.
so Zeke, why did you decide to apply for Squid Game: The Challenge Season 2?
Awesome. So my initial reason for applying was just geared towards my artistry, man. I'm from a city that's really popping right now. We got Halliburton, Caitlin Clark, Anthony Richardson, or at least we did. Daniel Jones now, but I just wanted to step up. I felt now was the time, and once that little application thing came up, the sky was the limit, man. I had to do it. It was a chance I couldn't pass up. Just want to boost my music, get people in tune with what I got going on. So
Okay, I like that. You're trying to get it up, and this is one good way to do it. So almost any publicity is good publicity at the end of the day, and eyes on you is eyes on the music. So I totally understand that. Was there anything unique or different in your opinion about your casting process that you feel like others might not have had?
Not necessarily. From what I've gathered, we all kind of went about it the same way. There's phone calls, there's check-ins. We have to do a bunch of medical stuff, a psych eval. So we're all pretty much doing that. My approach with it was just do stuff as quickly as they tell me to do it, just to like make it easy on them. Aside from that, I don't feel it was much difference. Maybe just my speed in responding was a little different than others, probably.
What, you slow on responding or something?
No, I'm fast. So I'm fast. Like I look at an opportunity, I'm like, I need to respond quickly so they know I'm with it. So anytime they hit me up for something, I'd get it done either that night or the next day. So I was just real quick, want to take that chance.
And the brother
Yep.
easy to work with is, that's rare to find sometimes.
I know. People be on BPT, man, Black People Time, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna be on that. I'm gonna be prompt, I'm gonna be thorough, and follow through on my words. So yeah.
I like that. I like that. And so you go through the casting process, you get everything done and whatnot, and it's the last night in Indiana before you get on the plane to head to London. Tell me what's going on through your head.
I think I was with somebody that night, just kind of take my mind off it, you know what I'm saying? Just like some a dinner date type situation, just some normality going in. My last good meal. I know we gonna be eating crap in there, so I'm like, let me go get this Olive Garden popping and get the Netflix and chill popping, just some normality. So that was my night before, just like a normal dinner date night and plenty of sleep, brother.
Good, he's ready to go, you know? And so you get to night, good night of sleep, you wake up, get on the plane, get to London. You spend some time in a hotel, and it's the last night in the hotel before you get in the game. Now tell me where your head's at.
Man, by now the pressure's building. I'm in this strange place. I'm a strange man in a strange land, man. I'd never been out the country prior to this. So I'm in England chilling, and it's the night before, and our job is to wake up pretty early. We got to be up at 4 a.m. No alarm clock, no phone, no nothing. Figure it out. So I'm just trying to focus on getting enough rest and then, wake myself up early enough when I need to.
He's ready to go, man. He's on business
Yes,
as
sir.
usual. And so you
Locked
get
in.
up, you get on the bus, you head out, and you end up in the dorms. And so when you first walk in the dorms, tell me your initial reaction.
So initial reaction when I walk in the door, man, I'm just blown away by the fact that it looks exactly like the set where they shoot the drama series. I'm like, is this dang near shot in the same spot? Like everything's perfect. Like the tile looks just like it, the bedding, everything is so surreal. And my mind immediately goes into, all right, which bunk do I pick? So I go beeline for the one up high because I like up top bunks. I'm not trying to deal with snoring, moving around, farting, any of that jazz. So I immediately beeline for like the most highest bunk I can get to. So
Strategy in the dorms too. That's important. And so
instantly.
who are some of the players you initially get close to when you first get in the dorm?
Man, so my core group, we called ourselves the Avengers because we was in there with the intent to play fair, to play honorably. My boy Daryl, 342, big guy, the guy I faced in marbles, that was my buddy, man. My best friend, we ate the breakfasts together, we walked around, prayed together before every game, like kind of in an athletic way, I really looked up to him like a big bro. I had a couple other friends in there. Player 112, India, the sweetest girl ever from Ohio. She was a rock in there to me. And then lastly, my girl Julie, 443, the girl who threw the ball to Mark and he ain't catch it. That was my girl.
I know. I talked to
Sorry, Mark.
Julie earlier last week, and she gave me the lowdown on everything, and
Brutal, man. I
it
felt
was
bad for
tough.
bro, but that was my girl in there. So I was more upset that that catch didn't go through for her. So
Yeah, that was tough, man. Everybody, all respect to Mark, but nobody talking about her, So
I know.
it's just
It's
how it
crazy.
goes sometimes.
That was his moment for sure. So
Yeah, and so you get in there, getting settled and whatnot, but now the guards come out and say you got to get in the line, X's or O's. Tell me why you picked the line or the shape that you picked.
okay, so in my head, I'm like, I'm real loyal. I'm a very loyal person. All that loyalty you saw in there, 100% real. I went to that line because most of my friends was in that line. I'm like, if I'm gonna die, then I'm gonna die with them. That's how I'm going out 10 times out of 10. So it took little to no time at all for me to beeline to X. And I had a couple homies in O, but it was more of my homies in X. So that's why I ended up doing that.
Okay, so pretty simple and easy. And so you guys get in the X line, you leave the room, Blues stay in the dorms, and you find out that the game is counting. Whoever gets closest to 456 wins, whoever's furthest away loses. When you hear the rules of these games, what are you thinking?
So when I hear the rules, I'm like, the first issue here is how are we going to get everybody to shut the heck up? Because everybody's going to have ideas. Everybody's idea is going to be better than the next man or woman's. Like, how are we going to get everybody on the same page? So you even see me, I'm raising my hands, trying to calm people down, like up there with the gang, and it's just not working. But shout out to John T, because he got them all to be quiet. That was real. Everyone shut up when he started yelling, and that was the game changer, man. But yeah, initially, how are we going to get everyone on the same page? Like, there's no way to quiet these people.
Yeah, no, that's insane. I mean, getting 200 people to be quiet at once, I mean, good luck. I mean, good
Right,
luck.
like unheard of, and it's a stressful situation. Everybody wants to win, so they panic and trying to get their stuff off. But yeah, we had a good group in there though.
That's good. I'm glad y'all would have taken it there. I don't know, we would have made any group would have made it in ours because we had a lot of loudmouths, but a lot of
Y'all was
egos.
pumping
So,
it. Yeah.
but y'all get it settled and whatnot, and the game commences and whatnot. Are you counting during this game? What are you doing while this is going on?
Yeah, dude. So the voice you hear counting the numbers audibly, that's my voice. I don't get shown a lot. You see like the top of my head or the side for a second, but I'm the one vocalizing the count initially. That was my role with the group. So I had told them basically what we need to do is have 1 to 3 people doing all the numbers, myself included. As a producer, I know how to just keep the tempo going. It felt like a song. And then the guitarist stepped up. They kept the actual tempo. They weren't even worried about the numbers. So my role was just to vocalize all the numbers, and that's exactly what I did, man. They kept that thing going for 7.5 minutes, bro.
That's lit, man. Y'all had a whole system. Y'all had the whole, the artists in the booth. You had the engineers
Literally.
outside. You had the producers. You had the background singers. Y'all had the whole set.
Literally, man, it felt like a band, and like I was just explaining this to my family, the counting game. Like it felt like a band, like an a cappella group, and people were literally like kind of dancing along. By the time we got to 300, we knew we got it, and people around are kind of getting into it, like they're snapping along. It felt like a song, bro.
It's perfect, man. I love that. Chaos in the blue room. Chaos
Pure
over there.
mayhem, dude. I heard someone got tackled, all that jazz, like
But
all
yeah,
that.
no, I talked to the person who did get tackled.
Okay.
What was his name? Oh, Jacket. His name's Jacket.
Jacket. I remembered it was like a clothing article, like jacket.
Hmm. Yeah, he got blasted apparently, and I was like, "Geez, they can do that." I didn't know people was doing on that kind of time. But hey, I guess when
Yeah.
you out almost out the game, anything goes. But you guys make it, so congratulations, y'all win the game. It goes crazy in the room, and you alive in the game still. And so you get back to the dorms, and you find out that 431 is alive as well. Tell me what you think when he walks in.
Yeah, so 431, he's alive and well. I thought he got kind of lucky. I'm really glad for him, at the end of the day. I'm glad it worked out. I want everyone to have their fair shot. I felt bad for the O players because a lot of them didn't even get a say in the style of what they was doing. So to see him come out, I'm like, he about to have a big target on his back, but kudos to bro. At least he get to be with his brother. That was my thought. So
That's a good way to think about it, man. I was a little salty they came back, but I was like, I
yeah.
don't know what kind of game we playing here right now. Is this Family Feud or is this Squid Game? I don't know.
I hadn't even talked to him by then. I hadn't met either of them. So we shortly met after that, which was cool. But yeah, I was just glad he got to be with his brother. Whatever.
So when they did come back and you talked to them, did you tell them what you was gonna do with the money?
From what I remember, if they did talk to me, I can't remember whether they approached me about that situation or not. But if they did, what I would have done and what I kept saying was Corvette Z06, brother. That's my dream car. That's the car I'd be paying cash in, 125 in cash. Man, I was ready for that. And I definitely would have told them that. So, which would have been a bad move, I guess, in retrospect.
I guess. I mean, look, the reason they eliminated girls because she said she wanted to party with her friends, but maybe she never gets a day off work. Maybe she works all the time, so that's like her giving back. And I don't think that's such
Right.
a bad thing.
That
I don't
part.
know what the brothers told him, but
Hey, the Star Wars wedding stood out. I was happy for Mark. I'm like, I hope he get that, man, because good for bro.
yeah, facts, facts. And so they eliminate 107, 285, and 286. They are out of the game. And so soon, we get ready to go to the next game. And so you guys walk through the staircase and you get into the white room and you must divide in groups of 10. Tell me how you decided which group you were going to get into.
So my people just kind of gravitated towards the yellow circles, I believe, the yellow dots. We were just kind of hanging around there, and then it was about, I want to say, a little over 20 of us. So splitting it was relatively easy. I think 1 or 2 people may have dipped off to a different color section, but we split pretty easy, man. And it didn't take too long. I was just concerned about being on a diet in general versus not being on one because somebody had even counted them all out before we got arranged, and they're like, "There's 3 odd people out." I was like, "Okay, I see what they on."
Yeah, you see what they are. And so You guys get in your line, you get in your lines and whatnot, and you walk into the game and you see some rainbow circles and whatnot, and
Yeah.
you find out a six-legged pentathlon. And when you sit down, they split y'all right in the middle. And so, what's your thoughts when they do that?
So when they split us down the middle, I immediately know we're facing off against each other. But the problem at hand for me was my boy Marcus was in the other group. So Marcus, player 076, I believe, Marcus Johns, the Vine dude. I don't know if you was on Vine back in the day, but bro was popping it on Vine back in the day.
Oh,
So
I saw. I went through all the players and I did every like went through every single person. I'm like, he looks familiar, and I'm like, what does he know? So I clicked. They have y'all Instagrams on there. It's like clicked. I'm like, that's the Vine dude. I used to see him all the
bro,
time.
man, I fanned out when I seen bro. I'm like, dog, I done watched you and Eric Dunn's videos like as a kid. So to face him in pentathlon though, it kind of broke my heart. But I'm a competitor, like former athlete type stuff. So I'm ready to rock and roll, separate how I feel. But it was hard to split down the middle, man. I knew we was facing bro. So
And so you guys split, and then it's time to strategize on who's gonna do what. Tell me how you guys decided on which games you guys decided to.
yeah, man. So we settle on the games. I kind of held my tongue because I'm terrible at all the games, pretty much, down to every single one. Ball in the cup, not happening. House of Cards, definitely not happening. These hands are way too big for all that. I'm not doing that. So I elected for Jeggy, man. I'm like, I can at least kick this thing 3 times. Like, how hard can it be, if at all? So I'm like, put me on Jeggy, y'all, if y'all want to win. And that's exactly what they did. Put me last. So, and everybody else just kind of picked what they liked.
You got on Jeggy, and you got the game plan ready to go. Look, we all kicked the soccer ball once or twice. We can't
Yeah.
maybe juggle it 10 times, but we can make this happen.
For sure. 3 times ain't nothing, man. I'm like, I can kick this thing. And we could use our knee too. So I'm like, we in there.
Oh yeah, easy, easy. And so you get the game started, and they kind of brush through all the games. But tell me how your guys' game went.
So our game was not pictured, man. It was not shown in the show, which kind of bothered me a little bit, but they didn't show it was basically a neck and neck situation, man. So by the time we get to Gongi, they're still on ball in the cup. They end up catching up with us. There's the neck and neck. They get ahead on House of Cards. We catch them, another neck and neck. Then we neck and neck on Jeggy. And from what I gathered, man, the girl thought she hit it 3 times, but the guard, before he put his arms up, he like turns, listens to something, then he X's them out. So they're busy arguing, pleading their case. They're not even going for the jeggy thing. They're not picking it up. They're not doing nothing. So I'm like trying to hurry real quick and get through my stuff while they distracted. I hit it 3 times. They give me the O and we cheer and then we get across that finish line and they still arguing. So and
Really?
that's how it ended. Yeah, that's how it ended, man. They looked at the replay for a while, but that was all she wrote. They said they was done and we moved forward.
So how long were they? Do you think they were arguing for?
So they argued with the guard while we were actually in the gameplay for probably, I'd say, 3 minutes. It didn't take me very long to do it, but
Wow, that's a long time.
yeah, man, they were arguing for at least 3 minutes, and we crossed the finish line, and then they was in, I don't want to call it arbitrary or whatever, like figuring out the replay. They did that for about 20 or 30 minutes. So after the fact, we just standing there for like 30, just waiting, you know?
Yeah, and at that point, it's like you can replay it all you want, but if they tell you guys you lost, but they didn't, they have to finish across the finish line too. So what are they going to make you go back? Like at that point, this ain't the NFL. We ain't got instant replay to the point where we can go back and redo the play, throw it up. Like we can't do all that. And so in this situation, which I guess even wasn't spoken about much in season one, is just like if there's question on the rules, you just got to keep going. Like if there's a crack, like honestly, like some people in Dalgona messed up their cookie and they were good, but they didn't go back and say, "Are you sure this is like good?" Like, nah, this is like, is it good? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it bad? And whatever happens, you just got to go with it. Some people moved in red light, green light, and some people got caught. Some people didn't. So it's just like that's just how that's how life goes. Honestly, that's a whole life thing. Is just if whatever happens, you just got to keep going with it. And sometimes I literally said this yesterday. Human error is the one thing that's been around since the dawn of time, and so you're just gonna have to deal with that. And if you fight and argue about this, that, when you think you've been cheated, but you still have a chance to keep going, you're gonna screw yourself.
Facts. It's true resiliency to like ignore those elements, because you frustrated. It's sports, really, at the end of the day. It's life, but it's like a sports call. You can't just stay on that moment. You got to move on, whether it goes your way or not. So always the next play.
Man, 2017 Cavaliers in the finals against Golden State. LeBron was pissed off at J.R. Smith the who long, and I mean they probably still would have lost, but I mean,
I'll never forget that play, dog. That's crazy.
yeah, that's
Crazy.
kind of what it reminds me of. Because after that, you could see his whole body language is just he's just like on the sideline, just head down, like everything. Even going in overtime, we knew it was a wrap, and that was only game one.
Facts. Facts.
Maybe,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
he just maybe put it to the side, just like whatever. Then maybe they would have won that game, and who knows? We'll never know. And so, well, congratulations, y'all win the six-legged pentathlon. Y'all are moving on, while the other team is still arguing to this day about what happened. I know they tight
Yeah,
still. I
man.
mean,
Oh yeah, they hot, bro. We went on live. They was talking all about it. They let all their feelings out. I'm like, let it out, loved one. It's okay.
oh no, they better not conduction. Don't catch them outside, or there's gonna be problems for y'all.
Swear.
Oh,
Definitely don't go to
but
England.
now I want to see the replay and see if she actually got it. Now I need to see some. Release the tapes.
Bruh. My
But
unfiltered opinion is she got it. So, but I'm
really,
blessed to be here. Yeah,
okay,
my
okay,
unfiltered
that's a
opinion is
good
she
answer.
got it.
Good answer.
I swear. I'm happy to be here. Don't change nothing, but
Good answer. I like that. I like that. Well, you make it through. And soon you guys get back into the dorms, and soon we find out that there's this secret door that opens up, and our friend 272 goes in there and gets some cookies and brings them out. What are you thinking when he does this?
I'm like, brother, you picked the wrong time to be a standout, man, because ain't nobody finna trust you. Like, he come out with these cookies or whatever, and he trying to get people to eat them. I'm like, this is kind of setting the tone for something. I don't know what it is, but I was like, I love you, Ryan, but I ain't going for that cookie. I'm good, brother. So I told him I didn't want none.
I mean, he was kind of naive in that situation, just telling everybody. I don't know why he didn't keep it to himself. You know, knowledge is currency in this game, and so him just throwing it out there is just, I don't know. I guess, I mean, he thought he was
Bad
doing the right
delivery
thing.
too. Bad
Yeah.
delivery. He could have delivered that a lot smoother. So
Yeah, he could have been like, "You guys, like, I know this sounds crazy, but there's this thing." He just went like, "Guys, like, there's cookies. Like, you want some? Do you want some?" I'm like,
hell no. Like, I don't want
"No,
no cookies, man.
play me right now." He's a
It's a
plot
setup, a
device.
sugar setup, sugar setup.
Facts. And so, yeah, soon, that is what it is. But then the guards come out and now say that there is a vote. And so they put the five slowest players up on the stage 180, 89, 40, 344, and 289. And they say, you guys have to vote to keep them or eliminate them. And so when they announce this, what are you thinking?
I'm immediately thinking keep them because as those players are getting called up, like the slowest ones, man, I'm like, bro saved us. One of the guitarists, he's up there. Player 180, that's my guy Jarrell. He was the slowest ball in the cup guy. That's my dog, so he up there too. And then in our group, Eric, player 40, he had Gongi, and he was the slowest Gongi player. Also our guy. So sports background, loyalty, who I am anyway. I'm like, these guys helped us, so I'm gonna vote to keep them. Absolutely.
And you were one of the early voters too. So when you voted, what was the score?
So as 410, I know 451 went before me. I'm not sure the amount, but it couldn't have been more than 15, man. I was one of the higher numbers that went, and they went in descending order. So
And you voted O, correct?
of course, my people is up there. Like, what are we even talking about, y'all? Like, it to me, it felt like a no-brainer. Like, why would you not vote for them unless you just, you just gonna play that way? So I
Yeah,
don't know.
well, we soon found out they gonna play that way, and they
Yeah.
are eliminated. And so, how did you feel about some of the players skipping up there, dancing, kind of making a mockery of the situation?
Well, Chris is my boy, and he had to do the Thanos run out, so I definitely understood the lore. I'm like, I feel you, bro. It's screen time, so do your thing. To vote X is pretty savage after doing all that, though. But
Saw somebody doing the
the
Dougie
only
too.
Oh yeah, people was getting into it. There was some runway walking people too. Like they didn't show all that, but people were definitely popping it. But yeah, Natalie voted against our group, and I'm like, bro was literally like in our pentathlon, and you gonna vote X? Like, ugh. I'm like, come on now, this is what we talking about. Like, this is the stuff we talking
Man,
about.
that's crazy. That's some good backstory. That's some good backstory. Y'all had some beef that we gonna get into soon.
Yeah, me and 75, man. Shout out Nat, man.
Had some beef. I was like, what is happening right now? But soon we move past that. Those five players are eliminated, and soon they bring out the scratchers and the meals. And when they do that and they say you can pick a meal or scratcher, which one did you pick?
I picked a meal, brother, because I was like, I done put myself out there a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna do it right now. So I'm like, I'm hungry as well. So I'm not playing with these folks, man. I'm like, they about to just give us all bad luck, and we ain't eating tonight. So I went for the meal.
Okay, smart move, smart move. Did you eat some of their food that they got?
So like, nah, nobody shared. Like the donut boy, he ain't share no donuts. Greg offered some pizza, but it was such a small pizza. I was like, I'm not going up there to take his pizza. But nah, I didn't eat any of the special food. I had my little whatever was in that tin that night.
Yeah, facts. Hey, smart. Keep the people happy and say you could go up to them and say, "Hey, man, I know you want that food, so I'm gonna let you have it." And
Facts. It's
that
like, hey, I'm gonna
that
let
kind
you
of a
keep that crap, bro. You can keep that. We coming.
and in their head it might be like, "Oh, thank you," like when I ain't even do that.
Right, playing mind. You playing the game still.
Exactly. Hey, look, always I'm watching the show thinking like, okay, what would I do in this situation? And
Yeah.
so we can move on, and soon we get to start the next game. And you guys have to walk in back in the white room, and there's four boxes, uh, blue, yellow, purple, and pink. And there's markers in each one. So which color do you pick and why?
We kind of went towards yellow, man. So it was just the yellow dots I think were the closest. So I think we gravitated towards that and it wasn't hard to split. It really wasn't. Every my group was always on like, cohesion, unison vibes. Like everybody was willing to listen to each other. So split decisions like that were relatively easy.
Cool. And so you get in there. It's time to walk inside, and you find out that it's this basketball court looking plays. You're like, are we about to play some one on one? Ah, I've been
Dog.
waiting for this day.
I was ready,
And
man. Yep. I'm stretching like we playing like we about to run fives. Like, let's go.
it looked like it. It looked like a basketball court. And so, yeah, when you walked in, what were you thinking?
All right, so I walk in and I'm like, okay, we might go to the dots we was at. It might be that type of vibe. And correct myself, we was on pink. We wasn't on yellow. So I see the dots. I'm like, we probably gonna go where the colors were. And you all know the first thing I did? I went and I like touched the rim because hoops. Why
That's all
not?
good. Hey,
Yeah.
look now, manifest. Come on now, to put some net. They gonna put some nets up because it's a wrap.
Oh yeah, people was shooting, man. People was pretending to shoot. I was like, okay, there's some hoopers in here.
Okay, well, it would have been interesting. Squid Game season 3, 5. You know,
Hey, bring
each
me back.
team.
I'm picking the best five. Me and Dre. Let's go.
Hey, let's go, man. Squid Game. You do that same game. Give the colors, and then each squad got to put 5 people to protect their whole squad, and then it's gonna
Facts,
get
facts.
real.
Oh yeah, there might be some more bullying, but that's sports. Like,
Hey, look, man. That's all out the window when it comes to that. Look, what
I
happens
agree.
happens.
You
What
gotta suck
happens
it up,
happens.
man. Come on.
But we was not running fives. Unfortunately, we was playing catch, which is not bad as well. I'm not mad at that. And so they say the game is catch, and whoever throws it to the catcher is it depends on the catcher, and if the catcher drops it, then the catcher and the thrower are out. And so you hear these rules, and now you guys got to strategize with your team. Tell me your team's strategy and how you guys went about it.
So team strategy, I believe Kevin, player 402, was like, athletes, identify yourselves. He like immediately went to that. So no one felt singled out. It was like, do you know you're an athlete? So we put our hands up, a few of us, and he suggested we go towards the middle, like the backish middle, just in case there's a longer catch that needs to be made, that type of vibe. So that's what we elected to do. And I went to like, I'd say probably the 15th dot or something like that. So I knew I could make the catch, but just the pressure with everyone watching was going to be rough.
Yeah, man. That's a good spot to be in, but yeah, it's nerve wracking. I mean, you guys don't know how it's gonna play out. They say there's 16 balls. You see all the people. There's still a lot of people left, so you're like,
Yeah.
okay, it might not even get to me at that point. But
Tight.
you,
Yeah.
yeah, and you see how close to the first ones are. So I was like, okay. And once they first started catching it, they're like, okay, every people gonna catch this. This is not that difficult. And so the game is slowly getting started and whatnot. And they're going through, going through, going through. And can you tell me about who threw it to you and how your whole episode went with you catching? Because they kind of brushed it real quick.
Yeah, they did skate by. So Daryl threw me the ball, player 342. That was my boy. He threw the ball, had no problem getting it there. I caught it pretty effortless. Then it's my turn to be the thrower. So I throw to my girl Natalie. She's closest. So I hit 7-5 with, I'm like, you sure you got it? She's like, 100% I got it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna trust you. Toss it. She caught that effortlessly. So in there.
Nice, nice. Hey, easy says and done. You sit down and just watch the rest of the game play out, and it gets
Yeah,
crazy. All
exactly.
the drops just start happening.
Oh, yeah.
And so the game ends. You know, you survive. So congratulations, you make it past that round. And soon there are, well, soon we explain, and then you get 82 and 111 back in the dorms, and they explain what happened to them. And at this time on the show is telling us at least that people are finally starting to turn on the twins a little bit. Are you turning on them at this moment?
Yeah, man, I wasn't really messing with them. Like, no offense to them, but I'm over here like they moving stealthy, and they done annihilated two other twins for literally no reason other than the fact they was twins. I'm like, y'all play too much, so I'm like, mm-mm. I just kept my distance, and they weren't really talking to me that much anyway. So it was just like it's a big dorm, so I just kind of kept my distance.
Yeah, no, it was definitely they was shady, man. If they was smart, they would have
Yeah,
had the twins all gather together and like, look, we all in the same boat, we all targets, we might as well use each other as shields and work together. But they wasn't on that kind of time. They want to take the brothers and sisters out, man. I ain't
yeah, they
like
like
that.
we gonna be the real twins, whatever. I'm like, y'all could have linked up, super twins. Come on.
Facts, facts.
Yeah.
But they don't. Look, I'm tight with them. I'm not even going front, man. I'm tight with them. 74 people left, so congrats, top 74. And so soon the guard comes out at night and sets a doll in the middle of the dorms, and you guys wake up and see this doll. What are you thinking when you see it?
So I see the doll and I immediately think, so as a creative, I'm like, this is an opportunity for screen time. If I time this right, I'll get something decent or something neutral. So I'm like, I'll probably wait till the third or fourth one and then see what's cracking. So that was my thought going in. I knew I was going to take it the second it came out. I'm like, Russian nesting doll, that means they're not going to send everyone home 8 times. You know what I mean? So strategize that way.
Facts, facts. And so we get 153 to get it first. He gets a disadvantage, Austin. He said he should get recorded for taking the risk, but hey, that's not how it works. This is
Nah,
not
man.
Disney Plus. And then we get 417, Greg, and then he opens it, gets nothing. Then they get 415, lies about his birthday. How you feeling about him lying about his birthday and whatnot?
Yo, mad entertaining. Eric was cool, but like, I don't like being lied to, obviously, but we're in the game, so I look at it a different way. And he was a pretty harmless dude, but that was absolutely hilarious. He over here making whole families and narratives, and I'm like, yo, that's a cool angle to approach the reality TV sphere that way. I kind of dug it.
Yeah, no, I was crazy, man. You gotta keep that with you, though, coach. And you let the cat out the bag. I was like, bruh. I mean, I found out later last week that they knew each other going into it. And I'm like, you can't lie to that person.
I know that was a little rough. He shouldn't have did that since they was homies. Like you'd think there would have been some closure on that.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm gonna talk to him next week, so we'll see what he has to say about that. But
Oh yeah,
yeah,
shout out Eric.
yeah, it was crazy. And so then they get into a lot of his business about the sperm donors, all that stuff. And then so it's soon time for you to get the doll, and he gives it to you.
So I get the doll from Greg. So I believe I
Okay,
got it
Greg,
fourth.
417,
Yeah.
41.
Yeah, 417 gives me the doll. He asks if I want it, first of all. He doesn't just force it, you know what I'm saying? So he gives me the doll. I'd willingly take it. I open the thing, man. Instantly, I read the word treat and I raise it up so everybody can see it. Camera time once again. So I'm like, treat, let's go.
And there we go, man. Look, you timed it
Mm,
perfect, like you just said. You timed it perfectly. Fourth, fifth one, ain't nothing about to worry
telling you.
about me. And you knew there was some
Hell
more in
no.
there. It's like right in the middle.
Yeah, I'm like, this is where we want to be. So you got to know when to pop out, man. You really do. And I was getting that rhythm. So
Yeah. So what was the treat?
man, so I get treat. I hear the horn. Out comes this guard with a whole sheet cake, man. It's got orange icing on it. It's got like sprinkles and all types of characters on it. And it's like pretty fat. Like these are fat pieces. So it's this fat cake and it was heavy too. So he hands me that and I immediately think, not only strategy, but also what's the kind thing to do here? We haven't had sugar in 3 weeks. It's not like a bag of cookies. This is a whole cake. I'm not just gonna eat this thing. So I'm over here like, man, let me just pass on this blessing to everybody. You feel me?
Oh, that's what's up, man. Hey, man of the people,
Yeah,
man of the people. I like that.
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
so soon during this, this is when my eyes started opening up. You start talking and whatnot, and you talk. They give you a confessional saying like struggles at home with your family and difficult expectations. You come from a
hmm
divorced family, and talk about your security officer. What can you open up, expand a little more on that?
Yeah, so like as far as the familial side, I come from a family that I come from a divorced family. And initially I wanted to like kind of highlight that in my story because one, they asking me all types of questions about it. But two, I just want to inspire those who like may have come from broken homes, severe or not so severe. Just I felt my story could really help young black men, especially in the athletic space, understand that their worth is not defined by who or how many people are proud of them. You feel me? So for me, I just wanted to, set that tone for everybody and then, just be a good light to everyone. So, and then with the security space, I want to show people like, you can work a job. Like, there's nothing wrong with working a job, getting out on your hustle and everything like that. I really wanted to represent that because that's what the Midwest is all about, really. Just, blue collar, hardworking people, man.
Actually, you got to get out the mud. I'm from Kansas City, so I understand what you're talking about. So
Word, you right there. You right there. Yes, sir.
people think that like, oh, we just got to do these. You got to be an actor or a ball player
Mm.
or just something real grandiose. And it's like you can make your stuff other ways, but unfortunately for our community, sometimes it gets blinded by that, and then you turn into the whole 180 side and really trying to hustle, and that ain't the way to go.
Never that, man. Never that. And it's just really good to, have a balance in your life. And like, I feel like being on this stage, what better way to represent that balance than, be forthcoming. I wanted to play an honest game, and that's what a lot of this comes from. So,
I like that, man. I like that. See, I knew I liked
my
you.
guy,
I knew
my
I
guy,
liked you.
appreciate you. Yep.
Like this the
Nothing
one.
fake. Too real for fake, brother. Too real for fake.
Okay, okay. Well, soon we find out some other real business, and you got some beef with 75. He's like, I don't trust her. She's this, she's that. I'm like, what's going on with 75 and 410? What happened? So what happened?
Man, I asked her out and she said no. No, I'm just playing. That wasn't what happened. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. Clip that, clip that. So
Uh,
basically, my lore with Natalie, man, was the vibe I just got was that she was kind of shifty. No offense to her. She bouncing from group to group, just trying to survive, latch on to whatever group she can. And that was just the energy presented to me. And then she goes and votes against our players that were in the pentathlon with us. And that really was what did it for me. I'm like, this girl is clearly gonna do what's best for her, and that's it. So if it is an elimination thing, then so be it. But if not, then she gets a treat too. So whatever. So yeah, I was like, she gotta go.
wow, she gots to go. So
She
you
got to
didn't,
go.
y'all were on the same team, but did you have a conversation with her after she voted for out for old boy?
Yeah, so she was kind of trying to defend herself. Like she would do things, and much like when she voted the player out or whatever, she would do things and then try to get people to understand why she did it. And it's kind of like shooting yourself in the foot. If I know what I'm doing is right, I don't need to explain to people what I did. Like they'll see it for what it is. But she's over here like basically rattling off BS as to why she voted against them. And I'm like, there's no excuse. Like these guys literally got us through and you voted them out. Like that's black and white to me. You gonna do the same thing when it's us next time. So she
Yeah,
got to
that's
go.
tough. I mean, her
Yeah.
teammate too. That's a different story. If it'd be one thing if she wasn't on the team, but none of those people. Maybe you could vote out the guy who, the musician, like whatever. But somebody
hmm
on her team was up there, and that's tough. I mean, you wouldn't be here without them. Like two people now. So I don't know if
Literally.
I'd have the gall to vote somebody who just got me through. Like there's a time and place, and I just couldn't do myself like that with somebody because that's cold blooded. Like even outside
Yeah.
the game, it's a game, but man, that's tough. That's
It
tough.
is, man. And I will say the Libra and me can see the other side. So by the time it got to her number, because again, descending order, the mass is over on X. So I kind of understand, the social pressure of like wanting to go where the larger crowd is. So that's the one smidge of mercy I have with that situation. Like she was going
Yeah,
where everybody else is.
I
But
see
that's
that.
our
But I
homies. You got to stand
was it
for it.
was it separated like when you guys finished voting, was it like, oh, these people voted O and then these people voted X? Like that was a clear divide, or was it just kind of whatever?
We got patches, man, so our patches changed.
Oh,
So
that's
it's
right.
like
Yeah.
clear who we voted for. So I ripped my X patch off from the counting game. Now I've got an O. So I go stand with the O's. I've got the O, like the mark of shame, if you will. And yeah, so that's how they divvied us up. Way more X's than O's.
Yeah. I mean, and I guess on her, she could have been like, look, it doesn't matter what I do anyways, and so that could have been an angle. I don't know if she said that or not, but if she didn't, she should have said that.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact dialogue, but I'm sure in the long list of things she rattled off, that was in there.
Yeah, that would have been the only
I'm
thing I said.
sure.
I'm like, look, I didn't matter what I did, so I just did what I did. And then I'm like, all right, but you can't add, and that's it. That's all I'm saying. Mom's the word after that.
Right.
And so soon you give the doll to her, and she is tight. She's tight now.
Hot, man. She's hot.
She's ready to be Harriet Tubman and cancel that mission, coach. She's
It's on a
not she's not
mission.
coming back for the rest of the pack. And
Nah,
so
man.
she leaves them there. And so
Mm.
she picks player 80 next, and that she gets to eliminate somebody, and she picks to eliminate player 80. And there's 73 people left, and then she announced why she did that. So tell me how that went down.
All right, so I want you to think about the words she said, right? Keep those at the forefront. So what's not pictured on camera is right before that she comes to my bunk, right? I go back to the high bunk because at this point I think she may be going to eliminate me. So I walk away from the situation. She comes over to my bunk and asks me the exact thing she asked me on camera. Why'd you give me the doll? Why'd you pick me? What do you got against me? Like she's kind of getting a little aggressive, getting a little spicy. So I tell her from my top bunk down, I said, listen, I gave you the doll because I don't feel you'll go for anyone in here who is in good graces with everybody, who just earned everyone's trust. I think you'll pick somebody random so you don't make any friend groups mad. And what does she do? That. And then steals my idea. She said it was her idea, but I told her to do that, bro. And she did it. I swear.
What's up, Natalie?
Nat, man, you got to give credit where credit's due. I saved you, love. It's all good. It's all
So
good.
would you have been happy if she said like, hey, like I talked to him about this and outed you?
Yeah, I would 100% be happy with that because what I told her has validity to it. Like, you don't want to go for somebody that just gave cake to somebody. You don't want to go for like a Daryl or a Julie. You want to go for a random. Like at this point, if you're gonna cancel somebody, so it's the wise thing to do. But also in that moment, I was trying to save my own butt, man, because I thought she was gonna cook me, man. I thought I was done.
Yeah, I thought it was too, and I would have been, look, I would have been highly disappointed. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna divulge into it too much, but if you watch my podcast before, y'all know how I feel about that. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. I was watching this show. I'm like, look, I might have to turn this off. I might have to turn it off because I
I'm
can't do it.
stressing people
We
out,
already had
bro.
the
I'm over.
twins. Look, we already had the twins acting up. That pissed me off.
Yeah.
And then they just look, yeah, I wasn't having it.
So
So
much, man. There's so much going on.
exactly. There's a game behind the game, you know?
Yeah, we playing mind games while we playing the regular games. It's crazy, man.
Exactly.
But yeah, that
And
was
so
my idea.
okay, good to know. Good to know. This man got all the ideas in from other people's. Come on, Netflix, we got to show these
Come
things.
on.
And so soon she gives the doll to 303, and 303 soon finds out she has immunity until the end of the next game. Wow. Crazy. What'd you think about that?
Yeah. Big moment, man. I was happy for the woman. I can't remember her name, but she had like the pink hair going on, and like her whole thing was pink, and I really liked her. So I was happy she got a break. We're all tired at this point, man. So any breaks, I'm just like, good for you. And enjoy that break, enjoy that extra treat, enjoy that donut. Like any break you can catch, I'm like, okay, just enjoy that moment.
Facts. And so soon 303 gives the doll to Matthew 98, the cop from Brooklyn. And now he has a decision to make. He has to go to the boiler room, and it says he has to pick someone to eliminate or to be voted up next to him to be possibly eliminated. So he soon comes out of there and gives everyone this speech. Tell me how that went down for you.
So I was cautious of 98 just because his whole energy is like rough New York cop, and I appreciate him being in that profession and all. I'm sure he does a great job. But I'm over here like that's not really my speed. I'm gonna watch this guy. He kind of popping it too much in here. So I'm like, this situation's rough for him because he's basically got to choose somebody who's either not liked or like that nobody knows about. And at this point, it's hard to find that type of person. You know what I'm saying? Even the girl Natalie picked, people knew her and loved her. So it's virtually impossible to pick a random at this point. So I'm like, good luck, brother. Just don't pick me. Like,
Facts, or else he was probably going home. So you know,
yeah,
so
yeah, for sure. He going home.
so he gives the speech and he's crying, putting on a good show, say, I don't want to hurt nobody. I'm just doing this and that and the third. And I was watching, I'm like, bro, you got one clear, wide open option right here. There's only one real option. There's two options. There's two.
It's two of them. They look alike, bro. You can find them
Exactly.
easily.
Exactly. It's not hard. It's really easy. And so,
You know what you got to do.
you got to do what you got to do, you know? And so, I said if he's smart, I wrote this down. If he's smart, he'll pick one of the twins. And 111 is worried that he's putting himself out there too much. And we could meet August, Guatemala, St. Louis. And so 198 is crying heavily. He's putting on the Oscar Brennan performance. Did you buy his performance?
I did. I thought them tears was real, dog. I'm like, he up there crying. We're also kind of far away, so like from the stage, and he crying, and he made his face all red and stuff. I'm like, dude, he's got it. Like, he was the best crier. He was way better than John T. Cry. Like, what?
Yeah, facts. I mean, your
I
boy
bought it.
342, he went up there and prayed with them and everything too, man. He got everybody in his pocket.
I know, man. And that's just Daryl. That's just Daryl's heart on display there. He's a good guy, and that's the type of person he was. So I was glad to see that moment. But yeah, them tears was fake as hell, man. I'm like, how did you pull that off, bro? Like, I could never fake cry. Like, it'd be real for me. So I don't know.
He's a cop. He's seen a lot, so he had to dig deep and I mean, he's like, let me see how I can pull this. I've seen this move once or twice. People trying to get out of getting in trouble. Let me try it. And I guess it
You
worked.
right.
So,
You right.
he picked 431. Thank Jesus. Now they too must be up on stage on a pedestal and everyone must pick. So once he picked 431 and it's time to vote, what are you thinking?
I'm like, get the twin out of here, man. Because at this point, like, they are loose cannons. They're strength in numbers. I don't like they moves, man. They still ain't talked to me other than to get cake. So get the twin up out of here, man. And I also didn't want 98 to be pissed off at me in case he gets through. I'm like, he gonna be gunning for me then, unless I vote for him. So, but yeah, I liked him more than the twin necessarily at that time.
Facts, facts. And so the guys vote. The Twins get voted out in a landslide. Like it's not even close.
Dog.
It's a blowout. And
Oh
so,
yeah.
432, is crying. These are real tears probably. He's starting to cry now.
Yeah.
And, boo-hoo, this, that, and the third. And so 431's up out of here. And 98 saved his game. And so the next game is about to begin now. They give y'all some beans and pork. Is that what it is?
Beans and mash, man. I think is what they call it. Yeah, nasty, like sausage, like this chicken sausage and these baked beans. I'm like, how the hell is this breakfast? Because like, where is the bacon? Where's the eggs? Where's the real stuff? Like, this ain't it, bro.
They in the Hunger Games out there, literally. And
Dog.
so soon you guys are eating, but then 21, Marcus finds his note in his spoon and says the next game is Mingle, and the first group number is 6, and so he has his advantage. Did you ever find out about this, or you never found out?
Nah, man. And shout out to Marcus. He a real cool dude. Got to meet him in there. He solid as hell, but didn't find out what the game was. Didn't find out about that, and he telling certain people. None of them people told me. I'm completely other side of it, so had no clue.
Act smart on him, and so 153 gets a disadvantage, and he picks 432 to attach himself to. Sucks for them too.
Yeah.
And they get handcuffed together. And so now it's time to go into the game of Mingle. So you guys get out and you walk in there. When you first walk into the Mingle arena, tell me what's going on through your head.
Mingle Arena, kind of similar to the dorm. I'm just like, this set looks literally exactly like what it is on the drama series, and every detail, the doors, like I'm clocking the doors where they're at and how many there are, just the positioning, the alignment of the door to the stage. I'm just kind of measuring it up in my head. Just I immediately go in game mode. When I see it, I'm like, yeah, so this is where I'll stand, this is how I'll stand, and this is what we gonna do.
So you had a game plan when you got in there with some people, yeah?
Yeah, man, we was on it, man. So essentially, we decided one person needs to be at the door and kind of wheel people in one at a time, count it out loud so we know. I elected to be that person. Security background, pretty enforceful, if you will, not like trying to hurt nobody or nothing, but I'm gonna get us in there and then I'm gonna get myself in. So that's just the mindset I had. And then we also had two players, Eric and Melissa. We had them kind of count and plan the pre-groups, if you will. So like before the number would go off, like let's say the last number was six. Eric and Melissa would be like, well, it's definitely not going to be six next time. So let's plan for 9, 10, 11. And so they're planning for different number possibilities. So that little unison right there, that got us through, bro.
Yeah, y'all was working it, man. Y'all was working it. So, game starts, round after round after round. Tell me how each round, like, I guess in general, is going for you personally playing this game. Is it easy? Is it crazy? Is it hard for you? Like, what's going on?
So it's crazy and it's difficult. So initially starting off, we're all dancing to the song. We hitting the Thanos dance and all that fun stuff on the stage, having a good time. But by round 3 or 4, there's no more dancing. There's no more happiness. It's just kind of grim. We're all like, yeah, this is starting to get real. For me, like I enjoyed it. Like even though it was the most difficult game, arguably, I had fun with it. Like you see me kind of pushing people in, like guiding people in, if you will, and rejecting others. Like I kept bro out, Damo, the Viking dude. I kept him out. Kind of made Mackenzie mad a little bit, but that was my job. That was my role in the group. I'm sorry, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy in there, but you was taking care of business, I mean, I didn't see you have too much trouble, so, and your
Nah,
girl
man.
Natalie got out of the game. So when it came to that, I was curious, people like getting mad at her during the game. You knew
Yeah.
her time was up, or like it was obvious she was playing, or what?
So she was like a ticking time. I knew this game was going to break her or potentially cost her her position within the game itself because this game is about how you communicate with people. It's about are you well received by a group? Can you go to other groups? And initially, it's like you really got to stick with your own people. And she kind of ventured off. They kind of show like the way they show it is that she did nothing wrong. She ventured off, man. She broke away from her group. There was a lot of yelling. There was a lot going on. So I knew with time, like, she ain't gonna have no group. So, and that's exactly what happened. She went to the wrong group.
Yeah, they kicked her out the club hardcore. I'm like, dang,
Bro,
y'all putting
yelling and
hands
stuff
on
in
folks.
there.
They
Crazy.
was look, they was stomping them out, ludicrous word of mouth style. I was like, what is going on, y'all? Y'all
Yeah,
putting hands on.
move.
I honestly, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking about. I'm like, man, they putting hands on people, and we didn't even get to see half of it too. Like, I know we
Right,
missed some other stuff,
right.
so it got
Yeah,
pretty
man.
physical. But you made
Definitely
it through, and
intense.
so it's finally time for the last round. Well, last round. You guys protest. You stand up saying, doing the whole Rosa Parks bus boycott. We not riding the bus. Yada yada yada.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when that happens, kind of tell me the vibes on your point of view.
All right, so your boy did not want to stop playing. I'm not doing I didn't lock my arms. They show it and make it look like everybody's in unison, and I think that's just for the drama. But me and my like 8 or 9, we're like still trying to play. Like we have to, because that's how we move forward. We're not gonna quit and risk getting eliminated. So me and my core, we was like ready to line up. We was ready to keep playing. Everybody else is either crying or upset or like locking arms, doing the we're not playing. But your boy, I wanted to keep playing. I was having fun. So I don't know. For me, that was fun. Like, I don't care.
So why didn't you run to the door when they nicked the number two then?
Well, they told us to stay on the platform. They told us to stay on the platform. So I think you even get the audio of, oh, there's two. It's only two. We're perfectly even. We're perfectly even. They made us stand with our person and kind of wait. I think frontman came out, and that's when the boxes get given out. But they told us to stay there. They told us don't run off the platform, stay there, and that was that. So
Interesting. Yeah, it makes it look like y'all just decide to do that without being told to.
Never me, man. I don't care if it's hard. Like that was a fun game. Everybody loved that game. I know they was crying. Even the people crying loved that game, bro. Like they know they did. They was just going through it.
Facts, facts. No, I enjoyed watching it. It was fun. It was fun to watch. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, the guards come out, frontman comes out. He's basically like, y'all should be punished settings, but he's like, here's a reward for y'all bravery. And he hands you a box. And when he hands you this box, what did you think it was marbles inside?
I thought it may be like instructions at first or like something along those lines. I did not jump to marbles because I'm still in attack mode. Like I'm still like, all right, we're still in mingle, mingle, mingle. But then I think somebody may have said marbles out loud, and then that starts the murmuring, and eventually, like I get the box and we feel it. I'm like, yeah, we gonna face each other in marbles for sure.
Yeah, no, get started, and you get marbles with 44 players left, and it's already time for the next game.
Mhm.
TV wise, y'all can get some time between them, whatever.
For
But
sure.
TV wise, it's time for the next game, and you're with your boy 4-3-4-2, your homie, your ace Boon Coon, and it's time to play. And you guys decide to play a game where you must get the balls in the smallest circle. I think you had the line was 5, then in 4, then the line was 3, then the in was 4, the other line was 4. You can explain it. You can explain it.
Yeah, yeah. So I was essentially think a game of skee ball, like how the high points are up here and they're smaller circles, then like there's a wider circle for less points, more and more. So I just thought like that. I'm like, let me put some 10 boys up here. That way we have a little something extra to go for. So I just wanted to make it fair like that. I don't know if everybody else plays skee ball, if it's like an Indiana thing, but I'm like, okay, state fair skee ball, let's go. So that was my thought.
Okay, and so when you found out, I'll rewind a bit. When you found out it was marbles and you had to go against your boy, what kind of was your guys' dialogue and conversation going into marbles?
I told him beat me fair and square. I was like, don't pull no punches. I'm not pulling punches. Don't feel bad. Let's just play a fair game like what we've been doing. And I also told him there's no one else I'd rather face because I know you're going to try your best. And that's how I want to go out if I go out, is to a guy like you, man. So that was our conversation. Very inspirational. And he said a lot of stuff like that too.
Yeah, no, that's very honorable, man. It's tough to take your homie out, but honestly, at the same time, you don't want to lose to somebody you don't like. That would hurt even worse.
Facts. Yeah, I'd have been salty. Me and
Exactly.
Natalie
So
was up there, boy. Oh, man, I'm hitting
you would
all
have held on to
tens
the
every
marbles and be
time,
like,
bro.
we both dying.
It's like, all right, well, we both go down.
Oh man, would have been tragic. Yeah. So you guys have a lot more agreement in the marbles than our season. Our season had a lot of fighting and debacles and death fighting and you know just a whole bunch of craziness. And so when your game is going on, it shows you whooping ass in marbles, man. You taking care of business. Like it just shows you
Oh yeah.
dominating. And it just has him with his head down, kind of just like a little defeated. So was it really that bad? Like, did you really beat him that bad?
Beat him bad in the third round. The second round I won like a little bit by like a small amount. First round he beat me by like 8 or 9 points. But I knew then I had to lock in. I was like, yeah, so there's no going back now. So I got to 10 this up. So I'm hitting tens and things like that. But yeah, I got him second and third round. Third round was bad. I whooped him pretty bad in third round.
Hey, you had to pull the Kobe 81-point game out. Just finish
God,
the
man.
job, man.
On
You had to
God,
do it.
yup. Had
Jordan
to.
Jordan against the Utah Jazz, that last one, man. He said we ain't gonna be no game 6 or game 7, man. We gonna finish it right here. All right.
No game seven. It's back to Ohio with you, Daryl. That's my boy, but I had to send him back, man. You already know.
Facts, facts. Well, congratulations. You make it to the top 22. That is insane. Man is on a mission. You see the money now. So when you see there's only 22 left, kind of how is your mindset now?
Dog, I really feel I can win this. I'm like, every game I'm playing, I'm winning. I mean, we're all winning them, but in my head, I'm like, I'm winning every game. I'm figuring things out. In my head, we're playing even at this point, even to this point. Like, everyone's equal. So any of us could take this home, but I can almost taste the money, man. I'm like, this is really coming close. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's getting there. It's getting there. And soon you get
Yeah,
back in the
man.
dorms and the guards come out, or person above, and they said, you must choose 3 monitors in the dorm. And so there's the discussion. Now there's actually room for open discussion because there's not too many people, but tell me how this went down on your end.
Man, so again, I'm like, I'm a little bored. Let me get some screen time here. haven't been on the screen in a while, so let me get some screen time. So I'm like, I offer myself up as a person, a potential monitor. I'm like, I'll do it. And so I just start walking that way without being over assertive, without really like taking the spot. I'm like, I want them to want me to have it. You feel me? So I just mosey over, a couple of us do, and then 98 starts popping it, and he's like making a scene like, well, no, it's a vote, it's a vote. And so I'm looking at him like, I mean, you see, we up here, so they want us up here, bro. Like, it is what it is. But just kind of gentle giant vibes with it. I just wanted to be cautious.
Yeah, no, it's you 230 and 327, and yeah, 98 comes in, tries to G check everybody and be like, I'm in here, like that's not fair, this, that, and I'm like, so when he was fighting and complaining, did anybody think about just like say, hey, just let him have it or anything like that, or was it not none of that? No.
Hell, you can't give a man like that something he want when he throw a tantrum. Like, no offense, 98, I love you, Matt, but you don't get what you want because you throw a fit. Like, if anything, now we definitely don't want you to be the monitor. You gonna go over back by the bunks, brother. Like, again, it's all about how you approach these things. Had he gone up calmly and not in his rushed New York style voice, been like, hey, listen, I want to do it too. How about you just be calm with your words, be soft. Like, there was none of that. So he just dug his own grave with that one.
See the writing on the walls at that point, and it wasn't looking pretty. So you become a monitor, you get the luxury bedding, you get the special sheets, you get the privileges. Are the sheets that comfortable? Was they that
The
comfortable?
satin sheets, yeah, that was real. That they was really comfortable, like, and the pillows were fat. Like normally our pillows was like that. This pillow had fluff, brother. Like there was some cushion for the pushing in there, man. Like it was great. Absolutely great.
Yeah, and you had to get somebody to make your bed and all these things and whatnot. It was crazy. And y'all
Yeah,
got
yeah.
breakfast in front of everybody. Y'all was kicking it.
Posted up, man. I had Steven make my bed and type of guy I am. I'm like, I'm not gonna make someone do it. Would anyone like to? And Steven, hand up, because he funny like that. He's like, I got you, Isaiah. Like, and that was cool. Genuine moment.
Yeah, no, that was funny. And I mean, I think it would be smart strategically to be wanting to make one of their beds because if they're in power, they could possibly save you. Oh, you made my bed, I'm not gonna get you out. Like that was
Yeah.
smart. If whether it was gameplay or being nice, whatever, I think it's just, smart to do. Just gotta put your ego
Yeah,
to the side a
definitely
little bit.
both. Definitely both. Me, Steven, and Kevin, we was playing like that. There's some in it for you, some in it for me. This is how it works. So yeah, he was definitely thinking that.
Did y'all get to share the breakfast at all? Or you ate all?
So the way it was is pancakes, right? So it's like I can't just give a pancake out. So it's a little complicated on the sharing. I gave my fruit up. I don't like fruit in my breakfast like that. I'm not into that. Fruit plus syrup and pancakes, I ain't going. So I gave Max some of my fruit, unpictured, of course. Same with Kate, but I smashed, man. They tasted like protein pancakes. I tore that up, brother.
They need that. Need that energy for the next day. And we definitely needed
Syrup was
it.
bussing.
Yeah. You said your meal was, I believe, I could be wrong misquoting, but your meal was justified based on the risk that you took.
My meal was justified, based on the risk I took, based on me not being a jerk about everything. Like anytime I put myself up, I was never lording my power. Like, that's just my personality, like, the way I played the game. But yeah, I felt it was justified, man. If you put yourself up for a risk, then there should be reward on the other side of that. So, and again, I wasn't being a jerk about it, waving my pancakes around and shit. So, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you were not being a jerk about it, but some people was questioning you. It was the daughter, Zoe, is that her name?
Yeah, yeah,
Zoe
Zoe,
and the sister
cheerleader.
Perla. Them two, we get a montage of them talking about you. They're like, he's too nice, he's too nice, he's too nice. I'm like, dang, in my head, I'm thinking like, man, they always gonna find something, huh?
They always find something, brother, every single time. They don't like the confidence, they don't like the swag, they don't like the W's, man. A lot of dubs, man. I'm getting wins.
Yeah. And so when you saw that, I know you probably obviously didn't know that they were saying those things, but when you saw it, what did you think?
It broke my heart, man. So not the Zoe stuff, because personally, if I had to cheer for a terrible team too, I would hate a guy like me as well. So that's all I got to say about that. They're never gonna be the Colts. Sorry, Denver, but I didn't really care about her opinion of me, but like Perla, I thought we was cool. Like, we both black, we both creatives. We even talked off camera. Like, it didn't show it, but I showed her some of my creative stuff. Told her about it at least, and she told me about hers. So I felt we bonded on the creative black sphere of things. So I felt the connection. But so that one hurt my feelings a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, no, I thought that was crazy. I mean, I get you if you're getting on somebody like maybe a character from our season who was being a jerk to everyone. Obvious, like you guys, nobody saw it, but there was a lot of stuff going on, including me, which I've held my tongue. But if somebody's doing something or somebody's acting out or somebody's this, but if someone's acting too nice and then you're just like, man, like they're too nice. And I get like the general suspicion. I get that. That's normal. But at least, I'll say for Perla's sake, like she's cool. She seems cool people, but I don't know. That just don't rub me the right way. That don't rub me the right way.
And then you see, bro, she's the first person to hug me, like, as I'm getting eliminated. So that really rubbed me the wrong way. Cause, like, you go from talking about me, and I don't know the order of things, but to me, it doesn't matter. You go from talking about me to talking with me, bonding. You still feel that way, and then you hug me. I'm just like, man, it's not real. Like, and I gravitate towards real. That's all I care about is what's real. And shout out to her. I hope she does well, but that rubbed me the wrong way for sure.
It did me too. Because
Mm.
what do you got to do to be able to be trustworthy? Like, what else could you have done? You shared your food. You asked people if they wanted, if they wanted the box or the doll and
Hmm.
whatnot. You were fair in all the games, and as far as I see, I mean, as far as I see, it was just nothing but respect and openness and being a team player. And then some people come around saying, "Oh, he's too nice." Why wasn't they saying that about other players? Why was it you? So like there was plenty of other nice people in there, I'm sure, but maybe I mean they didn't show everything obviously, but it's just interesting that was the worst because I will say just not to get off topic real quick, but 4-3-2 our season, we had a debacle. We had a little debacle in the bathroom. He tried to start a fight with me, tried to call me out for all these people. It was a lot of stuff going on. And
No
I told
kidding,
myself
bro.
going to this game, I'm not gonna call another brother out in this game or sister. I told myself like they could piss me off, but I'm not gonna talk bad. And the producers even asked me like, "Hey, do you have something to say?" Blah 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 blah. They see everything, and I was just like, "Nah, I ain't gonna do it." And there's somebody that's making me upset, but I ain't got nothing to say. And I just kept it G like that because he might have pissed me off, this, that, and the third, but I'm not gonna do that. Like I can't. I told myself before I even went in, I'm not gonna do that, no matter what, no matter even if they talk crazy to me, which now I might think a little differently, but at the time I just couldn't do it. And even like moving forward, it just would take a lot for me to just because I know how that looks on TV and it's not a good look. It's just not a good look. And so,
No. I'm surprised. I figured, I mean, he seemed like a hard person to get along with or get to know, but I mean, figured the camaraderie might be there between you two. That's crazy. That's what he said. Off air, off air.
man, look, he's fine peoples. We talked at the reunion, whatever, but during the show, no. In the show, no. Not at all. Not at all.
Felt that, felt that. Dang, man.
But yep, you soon have to leave. The monitors, you must follow the guards out of the room and enter the white room. And there is a box in the middle of the room, and they announce you must select 3 players to put at risk for elimination. And so when they announce this, how does that go down?
Immediately start thinking my Isaiah thoughts, my strategies. I'm like, we got to throw 98 in there, y'all. He gonna mess this up for all of it. I
Well,
literally
great.
said, if we throw him in, he gonna mess this up for everybody, yo. So we got to throw him in. He was the one I picked. We all picked a person, kind of, and settled on it. Kate threw a couple names around, and then she threw Greg's name around, I believe. And I'm like, he's not really connected with people like that, so that might work. And then Karim's name got brought up. As smart as he is, he's a brilliant player. I just figured those three are not going to be able to figure it out because I hadn't seen them talk, and neither had Max or Kate. So we picked those three. But yeah, 98 was my draft pick, first round, easy.
Hey, that was smart. I would have picked him too. That's an easy choice too. Like, there's not too much blood on your hands. Nobody's gonna be like, "Why'd you pick him?" So
Exactly.
I understand that. And then 417 and 437. They said 437 hasn't formed any relationships, and then basically the same reason for 417.
Hmm.
And then Then the TV comes on. Well, you don't see this, but in the dorms, everyone can see what y'all doing and whatnot. And the voice above soon tells everybody what you guys did. And so, correct me if I'm wrong. The monitors start talk. You start hearing the voice once they announce that you also are risk at elimination. That's like the first thing they say.
Yeah, the first thing they say is like one team is gonna get eliminated, as they always do. Like one room's going home. In my mind, I'm like, well, what's the stipulation? Like, how do we do this? And then she goes on to explain, like, one person from each team has to sacrifice themselves. Otherwise, that entire team goes home. So the first person to do it, the two people you saved, they saved. So it was a moment of panic, man. My heart sank because I'm like, how are we going to figure this out? Like, what? There was no
Yep.
way.
Yeah, it's chaos. It's chaos. And so it basically starts, and now it's time. So we see what happens. But why don't you tell me on your perspective how everything goes down?
Yeah, dude. So immediately they're like, go. And then we are debating on how to do a three-way contest of sorts. So rock, paper, scissors gets thrown around like almost instantly. And I immediately sigh, like out of despair. I'm like, we can't three-way rock, paper, scissors. There's no way. Like, we'll be here all night. And Kate kind of puts her hands on her head and she's like stressed because we cannot figure out what to do. Granted, this is all in the span of about 40 seconds, very, very fast. So she kind of takes a step back, and I get the vibe she's kind of checking out of this situation. She's like, I'm not going home. I'm not going home. She just kept saying that. So I turned to Max because he's talking to her, and he's like, we have to do rock, paper, scissors. I said, then face me, bro. I was like, me and you. She's out. Forget about her. You and me, winner take all. Best of three. So, boom, hit bro with it. He beats me first round. Hit him with it again. I get him. Hit him with it again. I get him again. And I even kind of went like that with my hand. It didn't show it, but it was such an intense moment. I'm like, yeah, get out of here. Like sports shit. And so he quickly rips his patch off. He didn't take any time. He quickly ripped it off, threw it in there. There was like 5 seconds where we're sitting there and he turns to me and he goes, do you think we got it off in time? And as soon as he said time, it explodes. And in dramatic fashion, he falls over real slow. We locked eyes, and it was like a movie, bro. Like, I kid you not. It felt slow motion.
Wow, that is crazy and intense. Like, I wish we got the raw 40. I mean, it was so short. I wish they didn't cut it and we just got the raw footage. It's just not that long, you know? And so that
Yeah.
was insane doing all that quick. I mean, your blood pressure goes from 0 to 100 real quick. You think you're safe, probably about to eliminate somebody, and now you're at risk. It was crazy. And so, you came through in the clutch. That was real honorable of you to like, put her aside. You knew her story a bit.
Yeah.
And that's good of him, honestly, as well, to agree to that because he could have fought you and be like, well, why isn't she involved? He could have wasted precious time, but you
Yeah.
guys were you guys tight like that? Were able to was like, we're good or whatnot?
Me and Max kind of got tight when we became monitors. That really forced us to start all having conversations. And I didn't even really know Kate prior to becoming monitors and being in that situation. So, yeah, I'll talk to anybody, man. Social butterfly, like, especially if we got a common goal, common mission. So he and I became real tight after that. And we still are. Shout out to Max. I appreciate him.
Yeah, shout out Max, man. Shout out Max. And yeah, he sacrificed himself nobly, and he's out because he could have self-destructed. He could have. I mean, there's so many things that people would have done, and they're like, well, I'm not getting out, so we're all gonna lose. Like, so.
Basically.
I mean, Kate kind of did that, but it is what it is.
Exactly. That was what I was getting at. I'm like, she did that. She checked out first.
Yeah.
But yeah, Max was honorable. I'm glad he faced me.
Dude,
So
if I was me,
good
I
for
would have
him.
ripped something. Give me that patch.
Right. I'm like, we taking his patch then. All right. Group vote. Jump
Hey,
his
look
ass.
now. It would have been no set. I would have been like, "You ready? You ready? All right, let's
Yep.
go."
Like, I want his jacket. Give me his jacket.
Oh, it would have got crazy because they didn't say how you could have did it. They just said they needed a patch in the thing.
Ripping his shit off. Like,
Oh
come here.
no, it would have been chaos. But yeah, you guys narrowly beat the other team. So when you did win, did you know like how close you were when you got back to the dorms or anything like that?
When I won, I knew obviously it had been 22, so -3. I knew that brought it down, and yeah, man, I knew it was game on at that point. And again, I could
Well, did you know
feel and
how
taste
quick,
this
how
money.
close the? Did you know how close it was to you guys like not getting? Because they almost get it before you.
So, in retrospect, the time it took for us was way quicker. I feel like the cameras and the way it's shot, it seems neck and neck, but we got way faster than they did. There was a good moment where we were kind of waiting to see if we were going to be the team, and that kind of created some doubt. There may have been some drama there, but I personally feel we went really fast. It could not have been any more than a minute. Um, Everything, the whole process, deciding how he was going to do it, then actually going through with the rock paper scissors, like 1 minute at least.
Nice, nice. Well, you clutched up. 417, 378, and 98 are out of here. Then and 230 as well. And so you guys get back to the dorms. You explain everything. How was it explaining everything to everybody?
So the second I walk in the dorm, the energy was kind of off. I'm not even going to hold you. This is kind of where things started for me. So I walk in, and my core group, my people, they're not coming up to me like, "Oh, Isaiah, I'm so glad you're back." Oh, like it's people I don't really know all that well, or people I don't know as well, I should say. So I clocked that, and I still accepted the hugs and everything, but I just felt this energy shift. I'm like, okay, so it's like they know I'm not going nowhere. Like that was the vibe I kind of got. So, but walking in there, I was excited. Steven was real glad to see me. Kevin was real glad. Faith, player 361. These players came to me and just embraced me, and yeah, it was really cool. I felt great winning that, man. I'm this close.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, look, no more volunteering from me.
Yeah, let me step back a little bit because I done got my screen time. I'm cool.
Yeah, he's like, I definitely got my screen time now. I'm good. Let me
I want
fade
to
in the
insert myself.
background,
Yeah.
Homer Simpson style. And so
Yeah.
now they announce you must face a choice of character, and you're given a coin to eliminate a fellow player, and you know you and you and 2327 have to pick a new monitor, and you decide to pick 409. Claire, now I'm assuming you guys are alliance because you're 4010, she's 409. Is that correct or is that incorrect?
That's incorrect. So we weren't in an alliance, but we did become acquaintances. We bonded over hoops, man. She told me about her past. She apparently had a injury playing basketball, the same injury my stepbrother had. So I related to her on that, like with the recovery stuff, like helping him. And so we bonded over basketball. And that's when I first got to know her, not seen on the cameras, but I'm under the impression this is an athlete. This is a girl who's to herself. This is a strong willed girl. She may not be like a leader type, but she's still strong enough to make a decision. So these were my thoughts going in. And initially, I wanted to give Kevin the coin, but I felt Kevin was kind of macho man vibes, and like a lot of like the girls might not be too fond of that in that moment. So that was my hesitation towards that. But I gave her the coin because I'm like, we bonded over hoops. So
And 327 was cool with that? Like she didn't rebuttal?
she didn't rebuttal. I kind of brought the Kevin idea to her, and I forget who, if it was her or I, that said kind of what I just said about him, like Macho Man vibes. He's a real good dude, real great player, but at the time, I'm like, it may be in our best interest to get a young lady up here who is fair, who's not going to play around, and not going to pick sides. It may be in our best interest to pick her instead of like a Kevin or a Steven. You know what I'm saying? So, and I didn't know Trinity at that point. So I'm like, we should probably just pick Chloe. Yeah, Claire. Sorry, not Chloe.
Walking on dangerous waters, my friend. You walking on
You
you
know what
like
I
Bret
did
Michaels
wrong.
out here, coach. You walking on dangerous waters, coach. You walking on dangerous waters. You know what happens when a brother gets in those kind of
Mm,
territories. But
I
anywho, you
know.
pick her hoop, she a hooper, whatever. And so you decide to pick 30 or 309, 409, and soon we meet Kevin, who talks about Steve and Kate, yada yada yada. And then soon you feeling confident, you wake up in the morning, getting yourself together and whatnot, and you're like, it's time. I'm done playing with these people. I'm done messing with these people. It's go time. So that morning, did something like hit you that morning? Like, what would you wake up on? The right side of the bed? Like, what happened?
Yeah, man. So here's the big reveal with that. So boom, again, I wake up that morning and it's the same vibe, if not worse. Now my friends are with other friends and they're like not talking to me. And so in my head, I'm like, I guess this is every man for themselves. Like that's the energy I'm getting is like they're not messing with Isaiah no more for whatever reason. But I even present it to the group. So what you see there is the third conversation. We had three conversations that day about elimination strategy, who we would go for if we have to pick people, that type of thing. That wasn't the first talk. What you also see is the third opinion. Those two ladies gave their opinions on who they think should go and be eliminated too. So, and why they felt that way. So, unfortunately, the edit kind of only shows me bringing my feelings forward and my opinion forward, which is cool, but that's not how it went down. And no one else knows that better than those two women. So I'm telling them what I'm telling them based on the energy I'm clocking around the room, like, and you can kind of feel the vibe. Like those girls was like, I think Isaiah's gonna win. That was kind of the energy, and I'm clocking that, and I'm like, listen, this round we can't go for my friends, but going forward, I'm like, it's got to be every man for himself. I can't keep saving people if they're going to switch up on me. And unfortunately, they took out the switch up on me part because that was the energy I was clocking. And I wasn't even talking to those girls. I'm talking about my homies way over who's parlaying with the ops. I'm like, man, don't nobody want to rock with the kid no more? All right, we got to play fair then. All right.
Yeah, I mean, you go up to them and say that, and at the time, I'm just like, oh no, like, because obviously, I'm just like, I know he didn't just say that to these women who,
Hmm.
look, I put these are shows, these are TV shows, whatever, but there is a correlation between these shows and real life. I'm always gonna see that. Like, if you want a good podcast to listen to, look up Recency Bias Radio. He's a great podcast. He dives into this 10 times better than I can. um, this subject matter. And, when it comes to like, I ain't gonna get too deep into like politics, but like black and white per se,
Right.
like you always have to, like we said earlier, be on your best behavior, be upstanding, this, that, and the third, or people will find reasons. And, when you said what you said, I know they edited that heavily. It came, you said you can't keep saving people when it's every man for himself. And those words taken from a female, they could take that as, oh, he's not gonna have her back. Rather than if it was somebody else, like say, I don't know, somebody else. Just say somebody else said it, it could be interpreted way differently. And so, I think, you was dead right in your mindset in that, and like you're seeing everybody going, and you had to vent to somebody because you couldn't vent to the ops. You got to vent to the people who got the power with you. And so I totally get that part. But the way it did sound is like, man, like if I got to take y'all out, I'm gonna take you out too.
Right, right. It's
I
just
and from
crazy
there,
that that's what they ran with because those women, those ladies know that's not what I said. So it's almost inexcusable, edit or no edit. It's like they know what I said, the full context and the spectrum of what I said. I also said it third. So who better to know than the one I'm talking to? So, and it looks like their reactions, those aren't reactions to what I'm saying. Like, it's just crazy how it works, bro. It's absolutely
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, no, and I mean it was also dangerous to give the girl, to tell that to the girl who had the coin, but at the same time, you had all these discussions already. You've been opening up, you've been having, you've spent a lot of time yesterday talking, and you're like thinking you're on one accord. And
Hmm.
but I mean, yeah, I mean, just watching it, I could see it written all over her face, like we gotta get this brother up on out of here, man. He
We gotta
he
get
has all the
this
Infinity Stones right now,
out of
and the brother, we gotta get him out. Like I don't know what we gotta do. We gotta get the brother out the game by any means
yeah.
necessary. And it just
Oh yeah.
unfortunately, it's gonna sound crazy, y'all. Don't take this out of context.
Go
It gave
for
me
it.
Emmett Till vibes.
You heard it here, y'all. Straight up, he's
Hey,
right
look,
though. He's right
you can
though.
like it or hate it. That's the vibes I got. Nothing bad. I don't think y'all are bad people. 409 and 327. Y'all are not bad people. Y'all are great, great ladies. I'm gonna talk to Claire later. Like, I'm gonna have this talk with her too. Like, I'm gonna tell her what's up.
Oh boy.
But I'm just saying, like, eh, if to bet, just going off what you told me, just going off what you told me, and it's like you could have been a shield for them going down the line. People at home, if you don't know what a shield is, that means he was the bigger target. So then he's obviously always the one gonna get put out more than everybody else. And it was just unfortunate to see the demographics of things turn out the way they did, and it was just real kind of ugly to watch, from my end, like real ugly. and you gave her this power, all these things, and then they did the whole Luke Skywalker on you and got you up out of here. So
Yeah, and
yeah.
had something to say on the way out, which was wild.
Oh,
That blew my mind. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so they pick you, and then I said I knew it. It was a snake move, and I know you was tight. I said, oh, I know he's tight. I know he's
Was
tight.
hot,
So
brother.
I know I seen it on your face. He was. So what
That
did they say on
smile's
the
not
way
of
out?
joy. Well, so what she said after I left the dorm was she tried to paraphrase what I said and essentially like gaslit the words that came out of my mouth. She said that I verbatim said, I don't care about anyone at all and I have no one's back in there. Those words never left my mouth in that conversation, nor would they ever leave my mouth in a regular conversation with no cameras. I'm not the type to be like, yeah, I got nobody's back. It's just me in here. Like, I didn't say any of the words she said I said, which kind of infuriated me just because, that's life. People gaslight you. Like they try to pin your friends against you to make themselves look better. I'm like, I've been in this situation outside these games, man, and I don't go for that. Like I would have much respected, like, yeah, you said every man for himself, so I'm doing what I got to do. I would have gave a much different response than what I gave. So yeah, that kind of bothered me as well. I'm like, you could have at least stood on the right business. You stood on business. It's just fake business. Like, that ain't it. Like, too real for fake, man. I don't like that.
Yeah, and yeah, she does say that and does paraphrase you, and that happens on a day-to-day basis. People take your words out of what you said, and they have their whole other story. I have to check people on this daily. Like I didn't say that. You said you're literally making up words that did not come out of my mouth, and I can't stand when people do that. And sounds like from coming from you, that's what happened. And they just took that and ran with it. Who knows if anybody else said anything to them like, hey, this would be smart. Now, look, gameplay wise, sure, it would have been smart to take you out. Like, I'm not going to lie. It's smart to take you out game wise purposes. Of course. But man, that's a
You
crazy way
know
to
who
do
did,
it.
though? So someone did. Someone did say something. She didn't go in there by herself. Do you see who went in there with her?
It was the other blonde hair girl.
That was my best friend the whole entire games, bro. That was my best friend. And that was the girl who, when I said the Viking comment, she's like, that's so mean. Like, that was my ace, man. Like, we was
Yeah.
homies. Yeah, so she didn't go in there by herself. So, nor do I think she made that selection alone. I'm going to leave it at that.
Wow. The plot
Yeah,
thickens.
I know. That was my homegirl. We was Avengers together. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
I know what happened, but I'll leave that off there.
We know what happened.
Look, we know what
It
happened,
happened a
cuz,
long
like,
time ago, many years
it's
before us. It
It's all
happened.
right, man. It's all look, it's all right. Fair game,
Mm,
fair game and whatnot. Y'all did what y'all did, but I know it. Just I know you moving forward. This is your first show. I'm assuming. I don't know how much reality TV you watch. Do you watch a lot of reality TV?
none. I've seen the
None.
occasional
Oh,
Survivor episode on a Sunday, if that.
oh,
But nah, none,
oh,
brother. None.
oh.
You'll
Well,
be like, this dude, man.
this has happened before, Coach. I've seen this thing happen a couple times before.
Oh my God. He like, you poor motherfucker, man. This dude.
Look, I seen it, and I'm like, no, I've seen this play too many times before, and it happened again, and
Mm,
I'm just like, man, because TJ kind of got done kind of like that too, to a degree, and it's unfortunate. I've seen it happen again and again and again and again. It's not your fault, but I only say the main response. The thing is I think maybe you didn't know, but like use nicer words with her. But you didn't know she was
mm,
gonna be so delicate with everything you said. You were just trying to vent a little bit and actually open up. And I
yeah.
don't think it was strategic on your end to try and say like, "Oh, I'm going against everybody in here." I don't think that was a strategy. It was just like my friends are turning on me, and you guys see what's going on. They could turn against you too. Type settings. I would have turned
Facts.
like, "Oh, like they're turning against you. They could turn against me too." But you didn't say those words verbatim. And if you don't say these verbatim things, and certain people will take them out of context, and like some people you don't need to. You can just say like, so if I go up to somebody, I'm like, "What's up?" Somebody goes like, "Oh, hi." I'm like, "No, no, 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 no. Like, what's up?" That means, is there
Mm,
a problem? Stuff like that, you
yeah.
know? But
Yeah.
some
Could
people
have
you gotta
changed
be
the
like,
verbatim.
exactly. And you just, you gotta learn your audience. You gotta know your audience. And in the game, you're thinking of a bunch of different things. You're not thinking of that completely all the time as well. So I understand, like, you just had these conversations. Like, you should understand what I'm saying. But that's just what time it is, you know.
I tried to be careful, but the Netflix gods had other plans for me. Like it didn't matter how I said it, they was gonna take what they needed. I was trying to be very careful. That's the sad part, is I really danced around those sentences in a way that I felt was, honorable. And but yeah, no regrets. I still stand on business. Like I meant what I said. I did clock the T. I clocked the energy. Like, and I'm the type of person to address these types of things. So should have worded it a little differently though.
That's the only thing we say, man. But so yeah, unfortunately, out of the game at there, I believe you got out 17th or
18th
18th.
place
Okay,
officially. Yes, sir.
18th, 18th. Congratulations on that. It's huge. That's kind of around where TJ got out.
Isn't that crazy? Like, why do they do this? It's like, oh, okay. Light skinned black man. All right, we're gonna place him 18th. Like, yeah, we got him. Yep. Oh, that's the last time. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that's around where TJ got out, you know. So I mean, he
Oh
got out
my
on the
God.
jumping game, and that's basically he was like second or third, and so now we had 20 people left at that point, essentially. So close
Type.
enough,
He
but
instantly showed love. He showed a lot of love. Shout out to TJ. He reached out to me and we talked a little bit back and forth. So he cool.
yeah, shout out TJ, man, good peoples, man. And so you get back to the hotel. Tell me how you feel when you're at the hotel.
You want to know the truth? I wrote a diss song on some paper, bro. It'll never come out because I'm not on that bullying stuff. I knew it wasn't, but I got my feelings out on this paper, man. The second I got a pencil, I'm like, oh yeah, numbers, names, all that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I wrote that down. Eventually, I would change the words. It went from a diss track to more of a theme song centered around my number 410. So change that energy to positive. That was the
Hey,
first thing I did, though.
hey, I understand. I've written many diss tracks about some other coworkers of mine as well, and other people. Like I in high school, I had a diss track about my coaches, and they found it and made me rap it in front of everybody.
What? Did you kill it? Did you kill that shit?
I was killing it. I still got the notebook. It was crazy because I was going in. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like
Dog, I
I
might need
understand
to.
you on the right because yeah, it was. I mean, I wrote a diss track about like old coach. I do that if I need to. Like I write some songs for fun now too, but I have an engineer who produces it and whatnot, and we just go in there and do it. And he's like, "Who are you talking about?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it."
Hell yeah, that's cool though. I like you make music. That's dope.
Yeah, well, yeah, we outside, man. And so you get back finally to Indiana. Now, how you feeling?
By now, I've made peace with it. I'm back to normal, going to my job, getting back in the booth, like a lot of normality. Just dive back into regular life, and I know where I placed and everything. I know I'm gonna see these people eventually, so I'm just kind of working myself through the process of, all right, it's a game, it's not real life. Like you don't got to take things to heart. So just kind of made peace with it, and that came easy, honestly. Like I went back to regular life pretty quick. So.
Yeah, that's good. So you weren't dwelling too much on it, and it's tough to get back, but you bounce back just like that. And
Mm.
so, what do you think was your biggest takeaway or lesson you learned from being on Squid Game: The Challenge season 2?
A biggest takeaway, I'd say two things really. One is be very not like cautious with your words, but be intentional with your words. You kind of said put the verbatim correctly for me, like what I should have said versus what I did say. I think there were plenty of moments where I could have been more intentional with the things I was saying, and more focused on what I was actually trying to say. So that'd be number one. But then number two, on the positive light, man, is just no matter what walks of life we come from, different parts of the globe, different financial status, I feel like the majority of people are good. And a lot of people in there were really good hearted people. They just wanted to win that bread, and just getting to meet all these people from different walks of life. I feel like generally the majority of human beings are good. And that kind of was proven to me in that dorm. Terrible conditions, like bad food. All people want to do is eat, drink, and sleep and talk together, man. That's all we need, really. So.
Facts. That's good to take away, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on here, sharing your journey, sharing everything that went down. It was great to hear it all. You're still a winner,
Thank
and
you, bro.
just keep it going, man. I see big things, and hope people voted for you to get on seasons 3 because I'm ready to see you back on.
Let's go, brother. Hey, I appreciate you having me on season one OG. It's an honor. Yeah, I hope everyone vote for me, man, and hopefully y'all see me back season three. I'll be in there rocking it. Might turn heel too. We'll see.
Look out. Look
Yeah,
out. Well,
yeah.
thank y'all back at home for watching this, listening, and whatnot. Make sure, and then if people want to find you on social media and whatnot and keep up with your journey, where can they find you?
Yeah, man, get at me. All social media plats. Zeke FR. That's XEEK FR. Follow me on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple, anything and everything. However you listen to music and however you watch posts and stuff, check Zeke out. That's me, bro.
Hey, get at him, y'all. Get at him. Well, thank you guys at home. Appreciate y'all. Peace, blessings, deuces, and have a great rest of your day.
God bless you, DeAndre. Appreciate you, my boy.
Yes, sir.